Guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you what are the sizes of primitive data types and how to declare a variable and how many ways we can declare a variable. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about the sizes of the primitive data types. So as we all know that we have 8 types of primitive data types. So first, int means integer. So it stores 2 bytes of memory, 2 bytes of memory. And coming to char, it stores 1 byte of memory. And float stores 4 bytes of memory. So double stores 8 bytes of memory. So long also stores 8 bytes of memory. So short stores 2 bytes of memory. Boolean stores 1 bit of memory space. So byte stores 1 byte of memory. Here, what is the necessity of these variable size is because when we write a program, in that program, to hold any value, we need to have some memory space. So what we need to do is we have to create a platform so that those data should be stored. For that purpose, we will be using these types of primitive data types. So now coming to the next topic, declaration, variable declaration. How to create a variable. The basic syntax of creating a variable is data type and space, giving space, and variable name and semicolon. So in this way we need to create a variable. Let us consider an example as example. So take any primitive data type. I'm going to take a primitive data type as int. So the data type is int and variable name. The variable name should be default, so means user friendly. So we can give any name as a variable name. I am going to take as a semicolon. In this way we need to create a variable. Now coming to variable declaration types. We have mainly 4 types of variable declarations. First one is global variable declaration. So this global variable declaration will be declared inside a class and it can be called inside the class in any of the function, so that it is much more easier to access anywhere in the class. Now coming to local variable. These local variables are declared inside the function and it can be called inside that function only. In the outside of the function, the variable scope will not be appeared. Now coming to static variable. These types of variables are created to give, like what we have is in program, it is main deal with size, so that these static variables give a dynamic memory, so that after the implementation of the program and the object is being destroyed, the memory storage for these variables will be deleted, so that there will be a memory management technique. Now coming to instance variable. This instance variable is useful when the multiple objects are created and when we need to call a single variable multiple times in a single program, then we will be using these instance variables. Let's enter into the technical session for better understanding these types of variable declaration. Now I am going to the program. I have taken the program name as local.java. I am going to import a package. Import java.util.star. This java.util.star is used for creating a class implementation and also some of the functions inside it. So now I am going to create a class with the keyword class, and I am taking a class name as this. So as we are dealing with local variables concept, these local variables are being implemented inside a function only. So firstly I am going to take a function. The function is created with the function void and with a function name display. In this function we need to write some program for implementation. I am going to declare a variable in this, so as int a and assigning a value 10. Now I am going to print the a value. System.out.println a equal to, and I am going to call the variable a semicolon. Now I am going to close the function 1. So now I am going to take another function. For better explanation for these example of local variable declaration, I am going to take another function as void show. In this function I am taking another variable int b equal to, I am going to assign 20 to it. I am going to print this system.out.println I am going to print the value b equal to, and now concatenation symbol plus p. Closing the system.out.println, and now I am closing this function. So as we all know that every execution starts from the main function, I am going to create a main function, public static void main string p. So this is the main method declaration. Now I am going to create an object for this class. As for creating an object we need to call as s1 equal to new s. So object is created successfully. So now what we have to do is we need to call these two methods inside this main function. So we have to take this instance variable s1 dot display s1 dot show. So we have called these two methods inside the main method, and I am going to close the class. So The concept of local variables is that the variable int a equal to 10 and the variable int b equal to 10. First, int a equal to 10 can be called inside the display function only. But when we call the a value to be printed in show, then it will show some error. That error I am going to show it in next program. First of all, we need to run this program and let's see what the output we will be getting. So I am going to run the program. See, a value equal to 10 and b value equal to 20. As we have called these two functions display and show function, the display function will display a equal to 10 and the show function will display b equal to 20. The actual output was this. The actual concept of these local variables is that int a value can be called only in display function and int b value can be called only in show function. As I said earlier, what if we call b value in display function or a value in show function? What will be the error we will be getting? Now, in the show function, I am going to call the value of a, like system dot out dot println a equal to with a concatenation symbol plus, and I am going to call the variable a in show function. As we are dealing with local variable declaration, as it was declared in display function, but now we are going to call that a value in show function. What the error we will be getting, let's see. When I run this program, definitely I will get an error. So let's see what the error it will show. I'm going to run the program. Output compilation failed, warning, cannot find a symbol a, as the scope of the variable was a local variable, so that it can be accessed only in display function, whereas we have called that variable in show function, so that it was showing an error that no such variable was declared in the show method. So this is the error we will be getting when we are dealing with local variable declaration. The local variable declaration means when we declare any variable inside a function, that variable can be accessed only in that function. No other than outside function will be acceptable. So I'm going to clear that. So this is the perfect way of declaring a local variable declaration. Now coming to global variable declaration. The global declaration is nothing but declaring a variable in outside the main method. So I'm going to take a name as global. I'm going to create a file. I'm going to clear all the data. Clear. I'm going to import a package. Import java.util.star, and I'm going to create a class with a keyword class, and I'm going to taking a class name as p. So now, as we are dealing with global variables, we need to declare a variable outside of the main function, means outside of the main function int a equal to 10 semicolon. So to print this value, I am going to write a method like void display method, which will be helpful for displaying the value of a. I'm going to display system dot out dot println going to display the value a equal to with the concatenation symbol plus going to call a. As we have seen early in earlier program, the local variable, so we have declared this a value inside the display function, and what we have done was we have called that variable inside that function only. But now I am going to take the variable outside of the function and I am trying to call this function. So as we all know that the execution starts from main method, I am going to create a main method, public static void main string. So main method was created and I am going to create an object for this class p1 equal to new p. The object was created and I am going to call the function inside the main function p1 dot display. So when I call this function, the compiler will go to the main function and checks the value of a and prints the value of a. I am going to run this program and let me show the output what we will be getting. So a equal to 10. As we have declared the a value outside the function, but when I call that variable inside the display function, it was successfully executing and it was printing the a variable. Whereas in local variable, we have seen that the variable outside the other function was showing an error. So these are the two types of variable declarations what we have. Now coming to static variable declaration. The static variable declaration is used for the memory storage purpose. The static variable will be created and will be destroyed when the object and also the execution is ended. So I am going to create a static variable with the keyword static and I am going to print the value of a. So simply what we need to do is we need to take a keyword static and what we have to do is we need to run the program. Simply it will be showing the output as 10, but after the end of the execution the memory storage will be deleted. That's the only thing which will be happen in static variable declaration. So when I run this program, output a equal to 10, same, it's showing the same, but the thing is the memory storage management, the object, when the object is being deleted, so the memory storage will be empty. So this is main purpose of creating a static variable. Now I am going to deal with instance variable. Instance variable also I am going to run in this program only. So the instance variables are used when the two objects are created and to call a single variable multiple times, then in that purpose we will be using instance variable. Now I am going to take a variable int a. Just I am taking a variable. What we need to do is we need to call this variable inside the main function. Now I am going to create a main function, public static void main string p. So the main method was created. What we need to do is we need to take two objects for the same class. So p p1 equal to new p. One object was created and I am going to create another object p. p2 equal to new p. So two objects were created. What we need to do is we need to call a variable with the help of two objects. For that we need to take the help of p1 dot a equal to 10. So the p1 dot a value will be 10 and p2 dot a equal to 20. So the p2 dot a value will be 20. When we run this program, like when we print these values, system dot out println. So for the first object, so first equal to, I am going to call p1 dot a plus p1 dot a. I'm going to close that its system. Now I am going to call system dot out println second object. For second object I am going to write second equal to with the concatenation symbol plus I am going to write p2 dot a. So I am going to close the main method and I am going to close the main class. What we have actually done here is we have created a local variable a, a global variable a, and I have created two objects and I am going to call same variable for these two objects and I am printing that two object variables. So when we run this program, the output what we will be getting is, now I am going to run the program and checking for the output what we will be getting. So when I have run the program, first equal to 10 and second equal to 10, 20. So basically the variable a is storing or holding two values at a time, 10 and 20. Since we have created two objects and we are calling that variable twice with different objects, there will be no error in this. So it is clear that it acts as an instance. So instance means simply duplicate values what we will be getting. So for a single variable we can call multiple times with multiple objects so that we will not be getting any error when we run these types of programs. Thank you guys. If you like my content, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.